Oh, Ronnie.
Raleigh. Just Raleigh. Okay. Raleigh. Go ahead.
I just want to thank the city council and the EDC and everybody in town that showed up for the centennial and the grand opening for Clayton's Market and the downtown event, because I think it was a great success. And tied in Greg with the Christmas parade and everything. So I thought it went really good. I just want to thank everybody for the city council support and the EDCs.
Thank you. Okay, next we're gonna have monthly reports. We have allegiance. Stephanie.
Good evening. For December of 2022, we had a total of 52 calls. 27 of them were in the city limits, 2 were out of compliance. One was they were having radio issues, and the other one I was unable to GPS track to actually see if they were actually out of compliance or if they were in compliance and were just having issues with their GPS system, obviously. No mutual aids inside the city limits. Average response time was 6 minutes and 2 seconds for your primary response. We did have 24 calls out in the county. One of them was a mutual aid to Taft, and then 2 of them were mutual aids to the Odom Crew for NBA they had on 37. And the NBA had a Halo flight land, but it was an at-scene response.
Any questions for Stephanie?
Yeah, Stephanie, since this can be a new year, has the city administrator ever got with you the last couple of years just to talk about problems or budget or anything?
Okay. Thank you.
John.
Next we have, okay, John could not make it. He's tied up at work right now, so I just got a message from him. So I'm just gonna have to pass on that. Next we have quarterly report from fire department. We have Beltran. And
For the last quarter of 2022, in October, we had a total of 7 calls. All of them were outside the city limits. In November, we had a total of 10 calls, 5 outside the city limits and 5 inside the city limits. December, we had a total of 6, 5 outside and 1 inside. It's total 17 outside the city limits and then 1 inside the city limits. Number of members, we finished off the year at 17. There wasn't any donations in this quarter, grants or awards. Expenses for October, we had fuel, $435.43. November, we had fuel, $246.84. And December, we didn't have anything for December. And that totals out to $682.27. In the last quarter, we purchased new tires for the tanker. I believe it was 2 tires for a total of $1,092.40. And then coolant for engine 7 for $69.54. Upcoming, right now we have our tanker 6 is down. Should be, I believe, supposed to be sent to Freightliner, but it's still in the shop right now, or in the bay. Beginning of December. So it's been a couple, like 3 or 4 weeks now. And then the pump on brush 2, I'm still not too sure where we are with that. I haven't talked to John Redgate about that yet. And then we'll probably replace some worn out PPE for people who tear and stuff old gear. And then we have maintenance for the Jaws of Life and our SCBAs for this quarter. Any questions?
We discussed last month that we do not have to approve the fire chief.
No, it's never
It's
been
just,
like
it's
that.
just something like you, I just kind of like,
No, we send an email to Janie and to Ricky just to let them know.
okay,
But it's not in the bylaws or anything else.
okay, that's what, okay.
Yeah.
You
it's not.
just notifying them.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
just,
just update.
okay, just update.
Not necessarily put it, yeah.
Cause we one of those, you had to do it, didn't have to do it, so
No, because I don't think it's ever been done before.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's- When it came on the agenda, like, okay, we'll take it. And congratulations on being the fire chief.
A long time ago, we should do it now.
And like I said, congratulations on being the fire chief. And if you can get with the city administrator, try to work together. We're gonna, have to be a tight budget this year, so try, if you have any problems.
You give them their budget.
I'm not sure if Hilda has already given it to them or not, but I'll find out if not.
I believe so.
I
I
thought
think
she had sent
She
it to
emailed
Morphe,
it. Yeah.
to Morphe, because I
Yeah.
think she also gave it to the chief and the municipal court, so
Okay,
Yeah,
make sure you have the right one, 'cause it's changed.
yeah.
It changed. Yeah, we got that one. Anyone?
Okay.
It's updated.
How are y'all in training? Are y'all doing training like for your,
Kind of, we got a lot of new people, so we're kind of like just giving them the basics and stuff, and then just training as we go. Just the basic stuff that we do most of the time.
so y'all do the training amongst yourselves or?
Yeah.
Nobody goes to classes or anything like that? Just-
It's kind of hard because like some of the classes that they do here in Annabelle,
Mhm.
it's kind of advanced, so they don't know, like some of the new people, they won't know,
Yeah.
there's just beginners and all that stuff is advanced.
Any other questions?
See, you with John and get that fire engine fixed.
Yeah.
That's important, yeah. We're down to just two, right?
Huh?
We're just down to the brush truck and the pumper?
Yeah, we're down to 3 trucks, so we got our rescue truck. and then
Rescue.
We got 1 brush truck and just a pumper.
Yeah.
And I know that tanker is a pretty big asset.
Yes.
Not only to Odom, but in the surrounding areas too.
Because, you know,
That was basically the truck that was, last year was going everywhere.
we got a good bunch of grass fires coming up. Grass fires are starting to come up, so, yeah.
Who does the daily maintenance on it?
Daily, well, we do.
Well, you know, like whenever y'all have
Yeah,
to
we
maintain and
have our
everything.
mechanic that usually goes in the services, the trucks.
So
That's
you-
usually like once every 3 months, I think. And then we just check the leaks and stuff like that.
Have you been given an estimate of when it might be repaired?
We don't even know exactly what's wrong with it.
According to the lady last night, what we got was January the 7th is when we're supposed to find out if the tanker 6 is still under warranty, to be replaced, or to be fixed, or it's gonna be us who's gonna pay for it.
I wasn't thinking that much.
You want to hold your breath?
No, she's the secretary. So she knows.
So we're waiting to find out if.
Yeah, I'm assuming from that date, January 7th, and then,
January 7th, we'll find out what's gonna happen. Okay, according to what I got yesterday in the meeting was that John Redgate was trying to see if the tanker 6 was still under warranty, because they're recalling a lot of the chassis. So we're still working on that.
Good.
And the pump for the brush truck, we've spoken to them and it is still back ordered. They're in a packet, and that was the last that they could just take, and that pump for that brush truck is in there. Where if we had backed out or wanted our money back, we were gonna have to start new with somebody else, and it's all in back order, and we just looked at it here
So there is no
early
time frame.
December. There's no time frame there. It's in the manufacturer's hands right now. For that pump, for the brush truck.
Okay, thank you. Next, we're gonna have a report from, Police Department, Chief Ochoa.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Let's start off with this. That's for our call for service. As you can see, the call for service will be back. We got 284 call for service past 3 months. And it tells you what type of call for service right next to it. It kind of came down a little bit, that's a good thing, so, but we still investigating and reporting, and we still got some physical patrol out there. Officers still stop vehicles, so sometimes they do get some narcotics and so on, so that's part of the report.
Yeah, how many police officers you have on, okay, where we at?
Terrorist threats could go from anything from pretty much from a phone call to a text to verbal. The other one I have is these are actually two. This is actually one's going to be for permit. The first one you see is going to be permit that we've had so far from October to December, but collected. And then the one in the back is going to be our impact, what we collected.
No.
Also on this one, on our citation, I forgot to put the citations on there. It's 691 citations from October to December. Court's gonna come up, the court might have quite a higher number because these are only citations that we write on our computer. Some are actually written, so the written ones, they don't get, they don't come out. We've got no questions in the other two. We did swear in 2 officers.
Okay.
And they have, we have a full-time officer, Mr. Officer Gonzalez. We also swore in a reserve officer, which is Officer 30. And that's one of his dispatches.
So you 100% staff or not?
No. Fortunately, when we actually got the positions, everybody else is hired at the same time. It's a challenge to get the officers to come and apply everywhere, because of course they have different options to actually go to. We do have some prep, some good stuff here, but of course, you know, the officers sometimes it's closer to them somewhere else, but they apply. So, we're still taking applications and we're still getting applicants coming in.
Who interviews?
It's myself, and it used to be the sergeant, but of course Mike left us, so it's myself and actually one of the other officers, and it's also our dispatcher is going to be Isabel. And of course, once we do make sometimes we do call the mayor, and we do call Jane if they're not busy, but if they don't, we actually tell them who we actually pick to hire. So we inform the mayor and Jane Young and his group. It takes a process to get an officer in here. It's not a next day thing. And we actually we got to go through background. We have to, the state tells us you have to do certain things in order for you to get the officer in. Especially if they worked in the past from a different agency, we got to contact all those agencies, and we can't. They got 10 days to respond. So it takes time. It's not just an overnight thing to do an officer. Questions on that?
Thank you.
One quick, I'm sorry. Just thumbing through your standard procedures, you might want to start updating those things. They're absolutely eligible. I mean, your policy in the city,
Yeah. Okay.
but some of that city manager, we don't have a city manager.
And actually, if you ask the motion, in total, since the city manager over there, sometimes commercial cities, they'll have policy actually goes to several cities. Some cities that the states have a mayor and city secretary, or is the mayor does it in some cities. So it actually goes based on all cities when it has it in
And that's for the city of Orange.
that's the same rule. That's
So we use other people's,
that's for you. Policy. Which is very much.
because I'll bring you the last stuff that pertains to us.
Everybody comes on.
We'll sit there tomorrow then.
And whatever we're gonna change, we'll change it.
There's a lot, there's a lot of stuff that
Yeah,
needs to be
it has
changed.
to be changed by the council.
Yeah.
Has to be changed by the council. I have to bring it to the
It's just the
council.
new year, we might have start,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah, no, and anything we have to amend it, y'all see, not only, but y'all see anything on our policy procedure, everybody has a copy of it. Bring it to my attention, that way we could bring it to council and go ahead and approve it. if we have to.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have quarter report from the court, Judge Guerrero.
Good evening, members of the council. Happy New Year to everyone.
that's not it. What happened to it? Oh, here it comes. We were all like, Happy New Year, Judge. Let's throw it here. I did it.
There is my report for the month of October, November, and December as to how much revenue was collected, how much the city kept, and how much was forwarded to the state. And down further below, you see about the citations that have been issued in municipal court that have been filed. He was correct. 727 citations were done for those 3 months. And then 783 warnings were also done. And so basically the court is continuing to go. We do have Zoom hearings that we have been hearing and getting ready to get a little bit busier after the first of the year, where we'll be able to have more cases in the office. Might be Zoom, or we might be present in the office, but both of us are ready to get started and hear as many cases as we can. We're a little backlogged on our pre-trial conferences, and that is when somebody receives a ticket and they have to do the plea of not guilty, and so we have to proceed and go to court. And so after the first of the year, we plan to have more cases, whether they're coming in. And I am setting court for every Wednesday, and it'll be held in the morning, and they will get notified, and we will they'll be coming to court. We have been getting a lot of juveniles, which is out of the ordinary for the court, juveniles, and that have committed an offense, and so they have to come in by law. I have to bring the parents in with the juvenile. I cannot see a juvenile on its own. And so that has been happening in the court. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask me. Here's another one for you. So. Thank you. Any questions?
Are you full staff also?
I am full staff, sir. Yes, sir. I have been for a while.
As a city administrator, come talk to you about anything?
Yes.
Good. So y'all communicating?
Yes.
Good.
No. I'm the one that's always bothering her.
Okay,
I'm the
well,
one that's always bothering her, like I call her like twice a day or
Good,
email
good.
her and and the mayor, but absolutely, no. She, when she comes to see something about the chief, she'll stop in and say
Okay.
hello. I love for both of them to come into the office and sit down to see the atmosphere, to see what goes on, to cover the phone calls and stuff. Anybody of y'all are welcome to come in whenever you would like, but no, absolutely.
You didn't tell the important thing?
What important thing?
You need a bigger office?
Well, that's gonna be a little bit possible, I think, we're so crowded in there, but, we'll just take it day by day.
Any other questions? Thank you, Judge.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, we have action items to be considered. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on December 6, 2022. Motion.
I'll make a motion, we table the minutes.
I second it.
Any discussion?
Well, a lot of discussion. Item 3, in the middle of the paragraph, it says the city administrator states that she don't have to put everything verbatim. But I have a problem when the city attorney says that YouTube, if you want to look at it verbatim, you can look at it YouTube. I don't think YouTube is a reasonable source. I think Janie has a tape right there that's pretty much, you don't go to YouTube and look at everything, do you, Janie? So you look this up. Okay. So that one, I had a problem with that.
And I agree with that. Maybe I used the wrong word, but what I'm making reference to is what we have.
Right.
recorded here.
That's what I said, that, I didn't like that. I knew you're in the right. Yeah, YouTube is not, yeah, so,
YouTube is only, like right now, we're on YouTube, and after it's gone, it's gone. But
Yes.
You go back and you listen.
that's a point, that's our record right there. Yeah, good. I knew you meant right. Also on item F, there was 30 minutes of discussion, and this is all we have is just what's on the agenda. And it's not correct. Let's put it that way. And I'm not going to mention why it's just not correct.
Go
So,
ahead and mention one.
oh,
Go ahead and mention one.
because my name was mentioned, it was 30 minutes of discussion. My name was mentioned a bunch of times. And this one does not have my name at all. So that's, and if you go listen to the tape, 30 minutes, and yeah, so that one, I can't approve that, so. Because this is a legal binding. Once we approve this, it's legal and binding. And if they come look at, let's listen to that. So what happened in 30 minutes and she only puts 4 sentences, so like, what happened in between? So. That's all I have to say.
So that's where it comes verbatim, right? We can put more stuff on it.
I mean, I don't know exactly what the, I guess the objection is, because we all know that it doesn't have to be verbatim, but I don't know what the exact issue is. Was it that your name wasn't mentioned enough times on? Or was it the
No, it was the content.
Wasn't in there.
Okay,
It was 30 minutes of content that pertained to, yes, and there was nothing mentioned in this.
I mean, we talked for over 30 minutes and it was what, 2 sentences? No.
There was a lot of disputing.
How can it be disputed, miss?
Nothing that can't be listened to in the recording, which is the whole 30 minutes, as you say. 30 minutes on paper would be a whole page.
But you don't have to do everything verbatim, but there's issues that was done that was not on this piece of paper, was it?
Issues like what?
I can't go into it now. I can't.
Why
well,
not?
I think what needs to be done then is, when the minutes are typed up, of course, you can't record verbatim, word for word, but at least put the subject matter of discussion was and there was 30 minutes of discussion, issues brought up, whatever issues. And then I would put on there that for a full report of the discussion, please refer to the recorded, the recording of the minutes of that date. That way it makes reference, and whoever has issues with it can always come back and listen to them.
Well, I have issues with that. Hey, all it says, discuss and take action to allow EDC to have a debit card. That's all it said. That's all that's also, you tell me that this is gonna be a legal document once we approve it.
What it said.
Like it says, discuss, take action on allowing the EDC to have a debit card, right? In the conversation.
And that was the end of that.
Yeah, so how many times was I hate to say this, but that's a violation right there. Because my name was not mentioned, but yet it was 30 minutes of discussion on myself.
I guess there needs to be a little bit more meat on there.
That's all, just a little bit.
And then at some point, make reference that the entire discussion can be found by listening to the recording.
Because there was discussion, there was a
If
debit
that's-
card under
and-
Jesse Falcon.
Yeah.
And does not state on this,
Well, and I think it.
You were
needs to
here.
be- Yeah, I think it needs to be stated.
That's
that,
correct.
There was, heated discussion regarding a debit card that supposedly was not applied by you.
correct?
However, we have a card that appears here with your name on it.
Correct.
And there was heated discussion about that.
Which I didn't know about this card, but I already resolved it under my time, which somebody else was to do it, but here we go. I have to do the legwork.
But, yeah, I mean, I think there should be a little bit more clarity on there. I mean, I didn't look at the minutes, so I don't know what goes into the minutes. We all discuss it and whether you agree with it or not. But of course, Janie or whoever's typing up the minutes needs to be aware of what the issues are so that they can correct it.
Well, it would have said, issue to Jesse, then it would have been no problem. Because then that would have been because this is a violation right here. That's a violation of the Open Meetings Act. Because my name was mentioned.
I do agree that there need to be typed, minute per minute, or, everything that's said, but I kind of see where he's coming from. If certain things are discussed, it makes sense that it was 30 minutes. There should be a little bit of.
More meat, yeah.
But you're right, and I hadn't noticed that myself.
Okay, motion was made to table by Jesse, second by Lynette.
So, sorry, so real quick, before we vote, are we saying we're going to amend these minutes or we're gonna have corrections? Do for the next one? Because how are we going to determine what is gonna be acceptable? Like, will we get the minutes, get it again before it's approved? Because we got these last Thursday or last Friday, where I don't know if it could have been corrected within that time frame to add to it. So for the next
If it
one,
had been brought to my attention, it could have been corrected before,
before
y'all
this
voted
meeting.
on.
No, but I'm just saying, so for the next one, can he go in, are we as council members allowed to go in and say, I'd like for this specific thing to be added to it, like based off of audio?
Yeah, I mean, if it's something you feel that important needs to be on there, okay, then yes.
But even for next month, you'll still get them on a Thursday, which means you still have enough time to tell me,
Yeah.
this is not right.
But just to kind of just sit with you and say, I'd like
It
for you to
yes.
add these specific
Yes.
things that were on, I mean, if you come and listen to the
Yes,
audio. I
it
didn't
could have,
listen to
it can all be done up until you all vote on it.
So why do I have to do her job?
No, well, we look at I'm not saying to do her job, but I'm saying we look at the minutes, and if you don't agree with it, you can always just say, change it, I'd like for you to add
So
this.
do you want to approve those minutes then and then?
No, I'm just saying for the
Okay,
next, I'm just
okay,
saying for the next.
I mean,
one,
how do we do it?
What specifically do you want to add?
And that's happened before. I'm not really sure.
I mean, we have it for this. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
so,
you can amend it.
Once you get them, or you can always come in, or once you get them, like you said on Thursday, you have enough time, even on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, up until Tuesday, that we come to the meeting for me to correct them and hand you new copies here that can be voted on. So there's like 5 days there that can be changed up until the time that you all adopt them.
So would you email these new changes?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, like, how would we be able to determine what's being changed until
Exactly.
before the meeting? You know what I mean?
The same way.
Yes. So like, it's gonna be, like, so say for example, you change it right, and whatever title, like, you make it to what should be better or more detailed, and it's not accepted, then you can just change it again. Because I mean, you have to be changing it until whatever the person or whatever the council says, this is more detailed. So we're gonna have it, we're gonna omit the YouTube recording session, right? And then we're going to change the app to add more info.
This is a discussion.
I learned that on the YouTube, when you go back, I don't know what it is, a certain part of your YouTube podcast. It's dark, it's like jumbled, you can't understand anything you're saying. And I don't know if it's interference with your microphones and if your phone is going off at the same time. But there was a period in last month's meeting where you couldn't hear or understand anything that anybody was saying. So YouTube as a reference, that's not a good reference for a city, because y'all's microphones are interference with whatever phones y'all have on your desk. If you go and listen to the YouTube, there's a lot of places that you can't understand what you are trying to say.
Yeah, that's why he's changing it to
And
the.
I think I
recording
made
rather
it
than
clear,
recording. Yeah.
I think I made it clear that I misspoke and I used the wrong wording. It's not YouTube, but what we're relying on, what is record is what's being recorded here. Okay? So I thought I cleared that up when Jesse brought it up.
No, I wasn't
So,
trying to
okay.
attack you, Epi, I think is your name. I was just trying to explain that in the future, I don't know if there's something y'all can do with y'all's microphones to be more transparent to the community that doesn't watch my lives, but they can hear it on YouTube. It is very difficult to understand some areas. And not everybody has, where they can come in 8 to 5 to listen to your dictaphone.
I feel like they need to be turned off unless you're gonna talk.
Mhm.
And if they're all turned on, they're just picking up everybody's microphone. That's where you get all that jumbling.
Okay. Discussion, City Council. Okay, can take a vote. Place one? To table. Place two?
Yes.
Place three?
Yes.
Place four?
Yes.
Place five?
Yes.
Place six? Okay, motion passed.
And I will get with the administrator to, I didn't know I could do that, so. Did you know?
I didn't know that, that's why I
Did
asked.
anybody knew that we can go up there and fix these minutes before well, to correct them? All right, thank you.
Next B is discuss, consider, take action to amend the minutes of the November 6, 2022 to reflect the corrections.
I'll make a motion, we approve the November 6 corrections meetings.
November 1st. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
So six-
November 1st. Yeah, I know, but
So we need to.
oh, correction, November 1st.
November 1st correction.
I got sick, I just read whatever.
Me too. Okay, it was motion made by Jesse. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay, second by Hector. Any discussion? Okay, vote from place one, place two?
Yes.
Place three,
Yes.
place four?
Yes,
Place five?
Yes.
Okay, next we have discussion, this is a discussion on San Patricio Municipal Water District rate increase of 0.26 per thousand gallons to the city of Odom. Basically what this is this is what they're charging us. So, yeah, it's just a discussion, just to let y'all know that it's getting increased and yeah, it's no action is getting taken on this. Unless you want to take action later on, then you'll let me know. Okay.
I mean, it's a standard
It's just,
thing. We don't.
yeah, this is
Choose
standard. No, we're getting charged that no matter what, so.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it reflected on the bill?
On the city.
On the city.
water.
Oh, city water, okay.
It's only again for the city. it's not
So
for
we
the
want to
city.
raise the rates, that's come through city council, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, you have to have a workshop and everything.
Okay.
Then go through a public hearing and then adopt.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Any discussion, anybody else on this? Okay.
And do we know how much more this is gonna be from previous? Like more or less
That we have, that the city has to pay?
Is it gonna be
Well, it's just 26
per thousand?
thousand. It was 326 and it went up to 352 per thousand.
The city's paying for water. Okay, next we have discussed, consider and take action to approve resolution 621, adopting the city of Oldham investment policy. This, Jamie, do you want to go into it, Jamie? Because I keep on my paper. I'm sorry. This,
I make a motion that we table this, resolution number 621.
Yeah, the real anything that.
we've had it before, there's.
Well, let's get it to put it on discussion. So I made a motion that we table.
Do I have a second to table? Okay, discussion.
Well, where do I start? We went to a workshop, yourself, administrator, myself. I took a lot of notes. And this resolution is like for major cities. They gave us an example here on the resolution for small cities. And you had that in your packet. We all got this. How come we couldn't use this one?
We just.
No, it's not we, it's right there.
I
Okay.
followed the one from back in 2012 or whenever this policy was first adopted in 12. It's just a resolution that follows every single year, that's done every single year to approve the policy that's behind it. If there's no changes.
But this is for a big city. We don't have US obligations at 90%. We don't have none of this.
I understand.
Right here, they gave you a sample. How come you couldn't use this one?
Because this one.
'Cause
has
you-
been
they
policy
download all this
in
stuff, Janie.
The previous council since 2012.
You went to this
has been
class.
followed.
We paid money for you to go to this class. Won't you get up with the times?
Get up with the time.
They gave you this report. They gave you this example, says for small cities. We're not a big city, Janie, and it tells you exactly verbatim, all you gotta do is fill in the blank. All you gotta do is fill in the
I
blank.
understand that, but there's a resolution already
Already
in
that we have in
place
place.
that has been done since.
Change it.
2012.
How hard is it to change a resolution?
It isn't.
It's right. I mean, we gotta get with the program here, you know, this is investing our money. We gotta know how much CDs, how much percent of CDs are. We cash CDs out, a couple of CDs, last couple of months. Where's all that money going? We don't have
Is
a,
it going?
yes, we don't know.
We don't know.
No, I don't. You tell me.
Didn't tell them there where the money was going?
No, you tell us?
She didn't tell you.
Nope.
When she spoke to every single one of you all.
All she did was she's cashing in CDs.
We have payments. We have payments to do.
Okay, now, just doing research, we got over $400,000 in the bank.
Okay.
Because we shouldn't have cashed those CDs if you would enter, you know, because now we're getting money. Now, we're getting money now, because we're getting all the money in.
That's not part of this.
It's investment.
No, but you already tabled it, so we're not gonna get into it.
Okay.
So we're not gonna get into it.
So you already have
Ma'am,
a
hold on,
resolution.
hold on. What was that?
I said, that's ridiculous. This is a city investment.
Okay,
And that's open for discussion.
okay, you can, no, but you cannot be talking unless the floor recognizes you. If you do it again, you will be asked to leave. Thank you.
So you have a resolution
You just recognize
already.
I know, but I told you to do
Yes,
it
it
again,
has
you will be asked to leave.
that has been passed every year since 2012.
We all got these in our package.
Yeah.
And
we
this
get
is
them
for
every
small,
time.
this is, and they give you this.
It's an
For
annual
small
thing, but it
cities.
hadn't been done since when?
So this is
The Lottie one was in 2015.
It's been, it's been,
This is the
This
same
is a resolution that has
This,
been done
look,
since
we don't have
2012.
half this stuff. This is for a big city. We only have a CD. So all this, just, all this, all this says CDs. We don't have, you don't have US obligations. We don't have US agency business.
Where does it say that it's a big city?
It's in your package, JD. I'm not gonna sit there and explain to you.
No, no, in this resolution itself.
That's for a big city.
That's what I'm asking. Where does it say it's for a big city?
But look, you wanna read all this? First of all,
No, not
it's
the policy.
2256, it's still
Not the policy,
225060005. That's the investment. This is 22656, that's big.
You're talking about the resolution.
This is, well, that's what you got in here.
You're saying it's for a big city.
Yes.
Where does it say it's for a big city?
Well,
And the
it-
resolution.
if you read it, it's for a big city. We don't have half the stuff.
resolution. In the resolution.
So, but look, why did you attach this to us then?
Because that's a policy that has been in place since 2012.
That's the resolution you gave us.
No.
So what am I gonna do, my
Policy-
research or what?
The policy has been in place since 2012.
Well, change it.
Me, I cannot change it, sir. It's the council that changes it.
That's what we.
So all you had to do,
Hold on. That's what we need to go into, have a workshop and we can.
well, there you go.
That's what we need to do.
Well, so why is she arguing with me?
I'm
No,
not
she's
arguing
just
with
telling you. that-
Yes, you already said, where does it say big city?
Because actually, because this is what has always been in place.
Change it.
Now-
But y'all went to this budget workshop
Yes,
and
but
we
I'm
got
saying
papers in the back
that's
that
what-
shows,
But the thing is that we hadn't had this, this has not been happening.
that's
for
a
the
come, you
past
go to
few-
workshops to learn
it
the
has not
new
happened
laws.
For the past few years. They have not.
You learn the new laws when you go to these workshops.
So did they recommend this there?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Not on the resolution.
No, at the
The
workshop.
policy is up to the discretion of the mayor and council. Y'all can have a workshop at any time to change anything on the policy. I cannot change the policy.
They gave us this book right here,
We don't know.
full of
We
information.
didn't know this.
And it was changed. At some point in time, it had more, and it was changed to read less, to say less, because we don't invest like big cities do.
As
Most
it
of our
is.
investments, all of our investments are on CDs. That's why it says there 100% for the certificates of deposit.
Now, do you want me to sit down and go through all this with you so you can learn or what? Because there's, every 5 years, when was the last time we did what's it called? City depository for a bank? To have a contract with a bank. When was the last time we did that?
I've been here 2 years. I haven't done it in 2 years.
Well, we got to,
But whoever's
See?
been here between the time I left to now, it hasn't been done.
and this was
But the
2000.
resolution hasn't even been done before either, like the past. 6
Well,
years.
we're doing, at least we're doing it
Because y'all
right.
haven't done- Exactly, that, because y'all haven't, right, Yolanda, you said y'all haven't, never had this done.
I mean, we didn't, I guess because this is a surprise that there's two different ones that won't, that's why I'm asking, did they say at the workshop, like he's saying, that they recommend this one for big cities and this one for
No, they just give
smaller?
examples. that's
I mean,
all.
if you have
Give
a, if you have a
examples.
bigger one for a bigger city, there's no sense in using it. If there's a lot of fluff in there, you're not ever gonna touch.
Well, I hate to do this, but
Basically, this is,
small city version of the Public Investment Act right here. And it was in our notes.
And it was in the,
It was in our notes. Look, and it's,
when was this?
yeah, we have that.
we had that 3 weeks ago. And it gives you example. All you can do is fill in the blanks.
That's why we're bringing up the resolution, because it has not been done, so that we could catch up with what's
I
going on.
cannot fill in those blanks. I cannot do nothing with the policy.
Yeah, we just
I'm
use the
not
old
authorized.
policy,
So what-
because
what's,
we can use the old
what's-
policy, that's how it
I
happens.
guess
what is
I'm-
incorrect, the resolution itself or the policy attached to the resolution?
The policy is attached.
Okay, so
investment
the
policy.
resolution is okay, it's just that.
The investment policy, yeah.
Investment policy. is-
Yeah.
We're
It's not,
saying that
it's not
this
for
is-
us.
know what that's gonna be.
Yeah, that policy has not been changed
Mhm.
since 2012.
Yeah.
That was the last
Yeah,
time,
that was
that's when this policy took effect, was in 2012. Thereafter, only a resolution was adopted, every year, and then there for 2 or 3 years, nothing, not even a resolution was adopted at all. So,
But maybe, I mean, I don't know, I'm just saying, if this is what they presented there, then that's the whole point.
We'll go in these
I
classes.
kind of see what you're saying.
Well, and then we got these
Going to the
CDs.
workshops to
They
learn.
just give you examples.
Well, then we got our CDs in the back here with nothing. It just, we cash one, we got a maturity date of this, we got this much. So to me, we're talking money too.
They never showed where that money's
Exactly.
My recommendation is get a workshop and get a financial work, that's the word. And then we can see where the city's going. And we got over $400,000 in the bank, now we're a bank. You know, we got money to spend now, and I don't know. A lot of money in the bank, so. Exactly. We need to invest back in cities. So. That's. There we go.
Phase one. Table. Phase two. Phase three.
Yes.
Phase 4?
Yes.
Phase 5?
Yes.
Okay, we'll table and we'll, who seconded the motion?
Was that
Lynette?
Lynette.
Lynette.
Can you have an electronic copy of that one? Of that one?
Yeah, it's all in our packets.
No, the one that you have for a small city.
Oh, yeah.
That way we can compare.
Oh, yeah.
This.
Sure,
to
yeah.
This to that.
Yes. And I gotta they even gives a checklist on what to do. Look, this is all the information they give, a checklist. Really good.
Okay, next we have, E, discuss, consider, take an action to appoint the city administrator as the ex officio member to maintain the books, records, accounts, financial statements for the Economic Development Corporation. You will still continue having your work, doing what they're doing and your.
Let's put it for discussion first.
Doing, I'm just letting you know. I'm just, okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint the city administrator as the ex officio member for EDC.
Okay, motion made by,
She already was doing this, or she was not?
She resigned.
Hold on, it's not a discussion, remember?
I'll
Like I said.
second.
Okay, second by Isaac, now y'all can make discussion.
Okay, she resigned in July, so why we put her back in? But
Okay,
she
she-
did state in her letter that she'll help us out. So we'll just go with that.
But I thought that we said last week.
We did.
She needed to do it.
We did.
Why?
Because that's the way it was.
Why? She said she'll help us.
Yes.
No, I think,
I don't have faith. Let's put it this way. If she can't do a budget, well, how is she gonna help our budget?
she needs to be.
Well, that's your opinion.
She needs to be in there, and,
Can Hilda
you know,
help us?
it's,
Hold on.
how you got out,
Hold on,
I don't
there's
even know how
somebody
you
talking
ever
right
got
now.
out.
She just,
I wasn't
But-
even in, Isaac, to begin
but-
with.
To me, that's one of your responsibilities. That's it. And I don't get to pick and choose what I do. I don't think you work for somebody, you don't pick and choose what you want. It is a job, and it's a job. And you're gonna make it work or you're not.
but you do pick
Because
competent
because
people,
she
don't
was
you?
never- She was never appointed to begin with. That's
I mean,
the whole thing.
you
She was
pick
just
competent
never
people to do a
appointed.
budget. So where I'm going is, I'm not confident that she can do a budget, and our budget's small.
Really?
And she haven't did it in a couple of years. So what makes her think that she can do it now?
But she's gonna be working with y'all.
And she stated in her letter, she did state in her letter, she'll help us.
You're not going
There's no helping us.
You're
There's-
not gonna be
it's-
doing it alone.
Well, all we gotta do is hire a consultant, a CPA to come in there and talk to, actually, it's gonna be Hilda,
Why you
Is that
gonna hire
correct?
Somebody.
because we gotta do audits, hello.
A consultant, he's afraid to hire a consultant.
But why would we
Because she's
hire
always-
somebody if that's part of her
Right.
job?
Exactly,
She
she
can
can do
do
it.
it.
No, I'm sorry, I missed, we hired a CPA to do our books, so he knows,
But she
he-
gets paid, that's part of her
well,
job.
well, you're right. I mean, she gets paid to do a lot of stuff.
You don't have that big of a budget to hire a CPA. That's just a
But-
waste of money that you're wasting from the city.
You gotta have an audit.
I understand that.
The main auditor for the city, don't they audit that as well?
Yes,
Side
yes,
account?
yes, they do.
Whoever
the-
audits the city, that's a side account that
Right.
they also audit, right?
Yes.
When they make the report.
That's correct. If, but here again, she's gotta put it in her budget, because you're looking about $15,000.
For an audit.
So that's, we haven't passed the budget yet. That's where we're gonna probably have one in the next couple of weeks, is to get that in our budget for 15,000. Or, not, I don't know, 15, I don't know. I talked to him today and he said it's gonna cost some money. And this is the one we're using for the city. He's already familiar with what he can even call, I'm gonna mention Becky or Vic, or Hilda's the one that does the books anyway. So Janie doesn't do the books.
I thought that we said last time that we were gonna have her do it.
Right, we did say that last time. The last meeting.
We did say at the last meeting, but I don't think
Did
she's,
something happen that changed?
well, look at the minutes. She does our minutes also. And our EDC did have problems with the minutes.
So who's gonna do the minutes?
We have somebody, we have a secretary, and he does a good job. And we had a treasurer that does an awesome job too. So, yeah. She needs the floor. She needs the floor.
I know, but y'all were talking, that's why. We're done. Okay. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I really hope that y'all will take it into consideration after what happened at the last meeting with the whole debit card issue, that's taken into consideration before placing her back in EDC. That's all I wanted to say.
So do we know what the outcome was of last meeting? Because I don't know.
Put me,
Of the accusations.
I can't discuss it right
So
now.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
we
so
can't
we can't
discuss
really
that.
vote.
Yeah, I don't-
We can't take that, we don't
Yeah,
really know
you can't.
anything.
It's
So we can't really-
litigation.
So
It's in litigation. So that's all I could say. Just wait and see.
But y'all can still put it in there if you want to.
I just wanted to say, I know in the EDC bylaws, it does recommend having one, but it doesn't state it has to be the city administrator. It just says it has to be a city employee. So I don't know, I know she's very busy. Y'all have her doing a lot of things as a city administrator. I don't know if maybe Hilda would be willing to come and help us. And I know that at our last meeting conference that we went to, we did also get some information about budgeting for a helper that we can actually pay for the hourly rate to come and help us with, clerical things that we need from the city for EDC. So just based on that, I mean, if there's another employee, like Hilda's the bookkeeper, so that's basically the help that we're needing is the financial part of EDC. Because we have somebody doing the minutes, we have a treasurer, so we just need somebody in the city to correlate our books with the city books. So if that would be something y'all would consider, not to say anything against y'all city administrator, I'm just saying she has a lot going on. I mean, obviously. So if maybe Hilda could help us, that might be a good as a bookkeeper.
And on the part with the paying, that means that we can pay a city employee.
Yeah.
The EDC can pay a city employee, correct? Because it's like out of their hours, it's not part of their pay.
would she be doing it at a separate time versus?
Well, we have our meetings after work, so it would have to be.
That's
after.
Basically.
more to her.
Well, she
This
can
is almost
volunteer
supposed to have
to
her.
do this instead of
You
me.
don't pick and choose.
I was gonna volunteer to work.
She wouldn't be getting paid, but she was gonna do it.
I would say
She wouldn't be
put a name
She
on
wouldn't be getting paid. Janie wouldn't be.
it. To be legal.
She wouldn't be getting paid if she was getting.
That's what I'm saying. If they keep her record,
Hilda probably
turn it
would.
in and see.
Hilda would have to get paid because she's selling. I mean, not salary.
Whatever the money they spend, all that should be kept and turn it into Hilda. And it's done. How hard is it?
But I guess my concern is that we pay her a really good salary. That should be. How do we pay this big salary and we're taking duties away from her? That's a waste of money.
That's just another duty that she can take and that she was willing to take.
Off track, we haven't even done audits. You know, she's got her hands full with audits. I mean,
We're not gonna get on track.
I know, that's just it. Well, let's get back on track then.
We want track, you got track.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna take a vote since we placed one and I mean, Hector made a motion, second by Isaac. Okay, we'll take a vote to
appoint her.
to appoint
The city, I'm sorry, to appoint the city administrator.
administrator. Okay, place one,
No,
place two.
I don't know. I really don't have enough information to be able to vote. I'm totally confused because last time we said we were gonna put her, and if things have come transpired, I don't know about it, so I don't feel comfortable voting. Yes, and I don't feel comfortable.
Say no.
So you wanna just not vote or what is it, abstain or what? Is that what you're saying?
Can we, can we,
I said, when you have a tie, then the mayor votes.
So you're abstaining?
He's got to change his thing to the table.
No, okay, so you're abstaining then? No, I need to hear from her.
I'm gonna say no for now because I don't have enough information. Something must have transpired and I'm not aware of it. I really, really, totally confused as to what's going on right now. And I can't vote. Yeah. But I'm not saying that I'm okay with Hilda doing it either, but I'm not okay until we get more information.
Okay. Okay, place three,
Yes.
place four,
No.
place five.
Yes.
Okay, motion didn't pass. Okay,
Three of them,
yes. Okay, next is reports from mayor, city council, and staff may be given, but no formal action can be taken. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all the participants for the illuminated parade, all the helpers, for the chief that helped, Isabel also that did a wonderful job, for Officer Gonzalez, right? Jonathan Salazar. I don't know why I keep saying Gonzalez.
I want to thank my
Yeah.
staff for the info road. You know, it took a long time to get all that situated. It also took a long time to get all those presents wrapped.
Right.
Did a great job. The officers out there participated, Salazar, Thompson, and also our new officer Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
They were all out there and they did a great job getting everything organized. Santa Claus was out there, so it was a good thing, you know.
The
So,
fire department for taking him to.
Yeah. So all the staff out there, all the police staff, all the fire department out there, you know, they're also the council and the mayor for being out there.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, the council also for some of y'all that did out there stuff for us, so that's a good thing. I appreciate it. We all got together, it turned out good, it turned out great. The parade and then at the end, did feel we turned out great. So,
Yeah.
thank
Want
y'all
to
for-
thank some of the students also from the school. Joseph Rivera, Victoria Rivera, Joel Rivera, Matthew Ochoa, Zach De Leon, Myra Garza, David Garza, and Francis also that helped, and Janie Martinez that helped, and Tommy Patterson, I mean, he was out there helping. They were all helping. Thank you. Okay.
Mayor, before y'all close your meeting, on January, from the 22nd of January to the 28th of January, is the San Patricio Ranches Pass Junior Livestock Show.
22nd through what? I'm sorry, 22nd
The
to 28th?
22nd to the 28th.
Okay.
It's the Junior livestock show in San Patricia, here in Sit. There's a lot of kids from this town that participate. And it'll be nice to see the city council at the stock show in those days.
I think we'll see the pigs. I like seeing the pigs.
The 22nd
I
to the
go see the
28th.
pigs, because I think they're so
The
beautiful.
pig
the
show's
way they
at
have
8
it.
o'clock on the 26th.
The pig show, okay, on the 26th, because I like seeing that, I don't know why.
Yeah, because it's usually early in the morning when I'm gone. Okay, any other reports?
Yes. Madam Clerk, can we put the agenda on the city website at 72 Auburn Park? I don't think it's on, I think it's on just the own. Facebook. Yeah, somebody texted me that they kind of wanted it on the, agenda. So, and also, I talked to the CPA today, or CPA today. We have been out there. He said he emailed Jamie with 9 items that he needed done to finish our 20.
So it's all out, so if we get that, we'll be in good shape with that. We'll probably have an EDC meeting probably next couple of weeks or next couple of weeks, we're gonna do a budget. And I will invite all the city councils to show up. And so we could be all on the same page and we know where the EDC's looking. It'd be a budget workshop because we got a lot of stuff going on. Let me see the.
Because y'all are still up to date anyway on the budget, so
Yes,
it's
yes,
okay, because, yeah.
But, you know, I like the
We
city
haven't-
council
we
to get
haven't
involved,
expired, yeah.
because we got projects coming up, and they can have their input, like, we would like wish list.
Yeah.
And then also we got to put, we'll do that in the budget.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're making progress on the audit.
Yes, yes, definitely, yes.
And maybe if we have a workshop, maybe get the quarterly reports. We need statement and revenue, is that what it's called? Actually, statement revenue,
For what, Jesse?
just for that, well, we gotta have a workshop, right, Ken? For the budget, I mean, for this proposal.
For the resolution.
Resolution?
The
For the
Resolution.
investment?
Yeah.
investment policy, yes.
And the CDs, so.
Yes, we have to have a workshop for y'all to go over the policy.
Right. So,
But what are you talking about quarterly reports?
what's it called? What's it called, Becky? Yeah, because we used to get like, the police department's budgeted 100,000, he used already like 10,000 on something.
Oh, you want to know how much you have left? Financial, she wasn't giving it.
Statements. Statements, yeah,
They were
the
done before
statements.
'cause she wasn't doing them.
But it's called it's
Yeah, it
called
wasn't
something.
her that
With the
was giving us.
statements, stating how much they have in the budget, how much they use. Financial report. I couldn't think.
Yeah.
Real blind. If we get all that, that'd be awesome.
So, with tax season coming up, do you think that we'll be able to get to us before we start the tax season?
Before we what?
Before he starts all the taxes and stuff? Is that
Oh,
gonna-
yeah, get them.
For the
is that
audit?
gonna get-
Oh, the audit?
Yeah, the audits.
Well, he's already working on them.
He's just got
He's
9
working
hours,
on
and it's
them, yeah.
still in the blank still.
Yeah.
I got an email from him
Yeah.
today, and he says,
So
it's
he
all
can-
basically, he has samples, all he gotta do is somebody
Yeah.
get on it, he can have it done in a week.
Yeah, 'cause he-
And it's good for us, because I conversated, he said, if we get 2 years of audits, we can start getting grants and stuff.
So you
So it's a
would
big
get
plus.
to-
That's what- Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
that's,
can,
we
we get that
mentioned
going,
that to y'all before.
we
too,
can start
so.
on grants and stuff like
Yeah.
that, they'll look at make stuff. Did you get an audit last year? Did we do an audit?
It was
So-
for 2016, it was barely.
2019.
2016, it was 2016.
So we get these two out of the way, we can start getting grants.
Yes, we can start getting
It's a
grants
good
and
thing. I mean,
applying for
that is-
different things.
It's a good thing. And this, you know,
Motion to adjourn.
that's all I have to say.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I ask a question. Out here next door to the railroad, I saw a sign that they're gonna have a market day. How can they do that? Is it a private market days or what?
It's private, yeah, as long as they
So
can,
the city won't make anything after that?
oh, no, because
I didn't
that's
think-
private
I
property,
didn't think
no.
we had anything in our rates and everything.
No, that's private property. They can do private property. They can have, but, yeah,
So they have to
but
get
they still have to get permits. Yeah, they will still have to get permits. Yeah. Yeah,
So the city is not charging them anything to have, what about the Model Key? They had one out here.
they had to get a permit also, just permit. But
What kind of permit?
there's was a, like a flea market type.
I didn't see anything in our fees and everything about a flea market fund.
It's like having a garage sale stuff like
So
that.
they get $5 and they can have all these
I don't
vendors.
know. I have to look into it.
That's what it's a flea market.
Yeah.
If you only charge them $5 for a garage sale and they charge all of them,
Okay, make a motion. Okay, yeah, it's no different than the park, yeah, okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn. Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion made by Hector to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second by Lynette. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say motion. Okay, motion adjourned. Motion adjourned. Meeting adjourned. Meeting adjourned. Aye. I was recording it too because I had started recording it, but you didn't miss much.